Hey, it's Andy, and I am standing outside my rental on June 1st, Tuesday, June 1st, just after the Memorial Day weekend. Quick shout out to everyone who has sacrificed for our country and those that gave their lives to make our country safe and promote our policies. So thank you for that. Thank you, veterans. What a sacrifice, and what a great way to say I love you to the United States. All right, since I'm standing out here outside my rental in North Carolina, just north of Charlotte, I've been doing a lot of thinking about housing. And so with that, I've been thinking about interest rates, of course, and S&P has a really great overview of Federal Reserve policy. But one of the interesting things they talk about with housing, because the housing inflation has gone up so much, places like in Phoenix, they've seen almost a 28.5% increase in the value of homes there over the last year. A lot of discussion about the Federal Reserve policy, especially about them buying MBS or mortgage-backed securities. And in this article, they talk about not only the Fed overview, but they also talk about whether the Fed could just stop buying mortgage-backed securities. And it's an interesting thought. $40 billion a month is what they're doing. So obviously that's something that would be top of mind for the markets and something that you should dive into. With that in mind, the next article is I want to talk about obviously the Biden proposal on Friday, the budget that they put forward. The Hill has a couple of nice articles talking about this particular budget. It's massive. It's $6 trillion. This includes the American Jobs Plan and the American Family Plan. The Treasury also put out the Green Book for it. So you can dive into all of that. I've got that listed as a URL as well. You can see what they're doing for tax policy. You can see about the impact that they're going to have, how much taxes they're going to raise, specifically why they're doing what they're doing. I think this is the first time we've had a Green Book with the budget since early in the Obama administration. So this is kind of an unusual thing, but it's really good to have it. So if you want to do a deeper dive into this stuff, that's where you can go. Let me just see what else I got here. One of the things that jumped out to me from this as I was doing this is it provides a really nice overview of the different components of what the American Jobs Plan is and what the American Family Plan is, and how it breaks down the different tax structures, which is really nice. Things like raising the corporate tax rate from 21 to 28%, although there's a lot of discussion about whether that would just go to 25%. And remember, this is going to get ground up and changed so significantly when it gets to Congress, and that's the meat grinder that's there. The only thing I've heard on the corporate tax rate really is for just going from 21 to 25%. But the capital gains tax, that also is a big change in there. They're having it retroactive back to April of this year. And that's pretty hilarious because it reminds me of Bill Clinton when he did a retroactive income tax. And that was really annoying when you got that because you had already earned the money and then you had to pay more taxes. So something to keep in mind. And lastly, the last article that I kind of ran through just as a little bit of a different thing was talking about the politics that are going on in Texas with the change in the election law that they want to make in that state. It's interesting that the tactic of the Democrats to stop it was to walk out of the session and basically stop all legislation that needed to get done, including some police reform bills. So it's an interesting tactic that they use to stop this. We'll see if they get a chance to do this in the bigger Congress, right, in the Federal Reserve, or the federal Congress, in case the Republicans don't want to go along with something that they're going to try to jam through on a filibuster. I don't think they're going to walk out, but Mitch McConnell's a pretty savvy politician, and he knows how to stop the wheels of Congress, especially the Senate, from moving forward if they try to move forward on a filibuster, especially on their own election reform bill. All right, that's it for me, Andy Bush. You can find all my research for free at andrewbush.com. Follow me on Twitter at ABUSCH. Thanks so much.